So many people out there are brainwashed by the media, not brainwashed, are conditioned by the media into wanting to be somebody else. All the time, I see this so much. Not understanding that it's that person's individuality which made that person famous in the first place. If you look at the YouTubers on YouTube, Olin Rogers, PewDiePie, uh, Makalesi, all the spiritual ones like 13 Sons Astrology, Rhett and Link. The reasons why they're so darn good at what they do is because they're embracing their individuality, their uniqueness. The thing is as long as you're trying to be somebody else, you're never gonna feel happy because you're never gonna have success being somebody else. Because in order to be somebody else, you have to compress and depress your original state of emotion, which is energy in motion. As soon as the energy in motion gets halted and stopped and crashes and gets depressed and compressed, that leads to depression, okay? Which is when you'll see people acting fake. They'll be pretending to be someone they're not. And on the outside, they may seem happy because everyone's reacting to it as if, okay, you're doing a good job. And the reason why they're saying you're doing a good job is because they've been trying to do the same act their entire life. And it's not until you become the source of your own consciousness that you're able to see how your ego is affecting your reality. And it's not until you get to this point that you try to make the adequate change in order to behave a specific way, which will bring about a better change in your life or your circumstance, whether it be with a relationship, school, your friends, your family. A lot of people who try to be someone else always fail in these areas, and they always wonder why their friends treat them badly, why their friends swear at them and just throw abuse, tons of abuse at them. The reason why they're doing that is because you're pretending to be like them. You're pretending to be someone that you're not. And if it's getting to you to the point where you're throwing fits and getting angry and breaking things and punching holes through the drywall, it's only because they're not supposed to be around you. It's causing resistance and build up within your body to the point where you're flipping out, you're getting angry, you're acting out, all this energy that's being depressed is springing forward like a spring, along with the emotion of anger, because it deals with survival. Okay, you're trying to survive in a society which tells you that everyone needs to be the same. You all need to wear the same uniform to school. You all need to wear the same kind of dress code at work, okay? But you're different. You want to be different. You want to embrace that. So you need to focus on your individuality as much as you can when it comes to the things you do in life. And it's funny because when you embrace your individuality, after a certain period of time, you begin to ascend. You begin to bloom to the point where you begin to channel your own information, which your soul, which is the true conscious aspect of yourself, wants to channel. Now, for the people, the audience out there who are having trouble figuring out what it is that I just said, imagine if there's two people, okay? Imagine if you were two people living here right now, but you can only operate as one person at a time. When you operate as your soul, you're deliberately, constantly operating from a completely new, fresh perspective of a consciousness. It's like your brain has been completely wiped, and this new energy, this new neuro-electrical consciousness can move around in your body in a specific way to make you channel a higher frequency of thinking, which deals with a better quality of living, a better quality of life, new friends, better friends, because they're going to be, once you start operating from your soul, your friends are going to start reflecting this, okay? The people around you that you choose to keep around you, you demand stay around you because they vibrate at your same frequency, they have your same interests at heart, they have your same, you can relate to them to such a degree that you're willing to keep them around because they're not throwing obscenities at your face, they're not swearing at you and beating you down saying that you can't do anything, you can't achieve something, you're not anything in the world, you won't make a dent in the society. They're people that will build you up because they see how the soul behaves. Okay, they see your uniqueness and they see that something new in a world that's trying to be structured, that's trying to be the same, gets attention. Because deep down, everyone wants to be different from everyone else. So when they see people who are completely different, who are completely spreading their truth and have their own personality, and they're expressing how they're speaking their truth in a specific way, when they see these people, they get attracted to it. Because deep down, they're attracted to uniqueness. They're just attracted to something new. Okay? They hate repetition. I hated repetition at work. Okay? I didn't agree with it. That's why I hated it. Hate is something when somebody doesn't agree with something. Okay? Something that's a contrasting or a contracting belief. You know? Something, a belief system that doesn't quite agree with your own belief systems. That's when you begin to hate things. Okay? It doesn't mean that things are wrong. It just means that there's an issue. So I'm Ryan JC. This is going to be about to do it when it comes to being yourself, when it comes to... Can you hear that? That's my little brother. That's his stereo system. I don't agree. I don't agree with his need to play the music that he's playing. Don't agree with that at all. Do I hate it? Do I allow myself to hate it? That's another thing. You need to allow yourself to feel these emotions, okay? It's like your body's sat-nav. It's your guidance system. It's trying, when you feel hate, it's your body's way of letting you know that you need to change a belief system about a specific thing which is holding you back, okay? Jeez, that is loud. I'm going to speak a bit louder. But, and now I can't think. So I'm Ryan JC. I'll speak to you guys pretty soon. I'm going to turn that crap off and I'll... I just remembered my train of thought. So you need to understand that through the feeling of this not agreeing, it gives you the opportunity. It doesn't mean that you should ignore the beliefs or ignore what's trying to make itself visible to you. It means you need to observe why it is that you have this confliction with this disagreement with this individual, okay? And with this confliction, you need to understand within yourself and be honest with yourself that you may not be right, and what you're thinking or your belief system behind this confliction may be the wrong one or the right one. You decide. You will find out through observing why, okay? If the belief or the confliction, which you don't agree with, is very, very, very distracting from self-development, if it puts you in the opposite end of self-development, which is destructive in nature, that is why you don't agree with it. And if that's the case, then it's fine to hate it. Just don't hate it too much, okay? Understand why it is that you believe in that and why it is that believing that this conflicting, destructive belief system is rubbing against your belief system, which is to do with self-development. Then you will realize that it's okay to feel hate, because hate in and of itself is an emotion geared towards getting you to where you need to be, to making you understand your own thinking patterns, your own belief systems, because it's like these emotions are deliberately geared towards making you want to progress, you know, in any way that is... I'm going to turn that thing off. It's like your emotions are deliberately giving you a chance to grow in any endeavor or any state of consciousness which you are wishing to develop or evolve into. Okay? Don't take your emotions too personally. Don't think that because you're thinking bad thoughts that makes you a bad person, because that's a destructive belief system. And it's based upon a lie which isn't true. I just told you the truth as to why hate comes up within the body. And it's a conflicting disagreement. It's a conflicting disagreement within two individuals or how you view a specific state of society. Okay? The more you conflict, the more your emotions or the more your consciousness is trying to put in your view something that needs to be developed on within yourself, whether it be a spiritual system, whether it be a belief system, whether it be anything which is stopping you from gaining the truth, gaining access. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because people who disagree with people, if you're not conscious of the fact that I just said, you can end up just hating people even more. You just end up hating and hating and hating and hating, and you end up adding energy to the energy that's trying to get you to notice something, to the point where you just hate the information so much you end up giving it a thumbs down, you end up spreading hateful comments underneath the videos, you end up punching that guy in the face or having the fight, or you end up doing so much bad things which come out of the emotion of hate, if it's not looked at properly. So hate has a good side to it and a bad side of it, okay? When it comes to making a YouTube channel, if you guys are willing to spread out your truth, a lot of you are attracted to this because you resonate on the same frequency as me, I suppose, and that's why you're watching this, right? You want to get the more information so that you can progress on the same path that we're all on, right? That's why I made the Facebook channel in the first place. It's like a little community kind of thing where I can drop my brain out on the screen so you can really get an idea as to how it is that I think. Don't be anybody else. Yes, you can look at people for inspiration, for motivation. You admire what they're doing. So you want to use admiration to increase your own awareness of how you behave, how you speak, the qualities that your family likes that you use when you speak, right? The qualities that your friends like, your girlfriends, your man friends or your women, your boyfriends. The qualities that make you who you are, that your family and your loved ones love, your loved ones love, the ones that loved you, the ones that want to be around you, okay? Use these qualities, express these qualities. If you see a guy or a girl who's a YouTuber or who's making a lot of success in their, I don't know, say marketing business, or they're making a lot of success in any project that they're doing because they're expressing their own individuality, use that as a recognition to open up your awareness, to really sit there and study yourself from an observing perspective. And when you do this, choose then and there to deliberately increase the amount of energy which is already in you that your personality flows from. Okay. If you're an artistic person, get a lot of stuff to paint. Paint, sculpt, whatever. Join clubs, really embrace this aspect of your individuality, okay? Really, okay? If there's a way you speak, deliberately choose to speak in that specific way. Doesn't matter if people laugh at you, okay? It doesn't matter if people say you have an accent. I'm from England, by the way. I'm not Australian. It doesn't matter if people. It doesn't matter if people say you look funny. It doesn't matter if people say you dress funny or dress a specific way that's just odd or not normal. Okay, that's good. Go for not normal, right? Go for what makes you feel like you. If you feel like wearing posh shoes because it makes you feel like yourself, wear them. My entire wardrobe changes quite a lot. If you feel like wearing a pink t-shirt, wear a pink t-shirt. Girls, you have an excuse, you're a girl. Guys, do it anyway, if it makes you feel good. If you're gay, and it makes you feel good to be gay, be gay. Crying out loud. The other day, I saw a video on YouTube of two twins, which is funny because I've actually got a twin, okay? And they came out to their dad on YouTube. And they were scared at the beginning. I don't see why, but the relief afterwards, the depression of their emotions, of their individuality, just like a spring lifted up, and it felt like a whole ton of bricks were lifted off their shoulders, When you can do this 100% and not care what anyone else thinks, that's when you'll be successful. Not just in any endeavor that you do, but in feeling great, in reflecting light and positive vibes through everyone. And when you be yourself, it's like you give other people around you automatically permission for them to be themselves. Automatically, boom. And you'll see people around you just open up, you know, and it's great when that happens, especially if you're in a crowd of people who are all compressed and they think that they need to be someone else, okay? Dress different. Be that person who's yourself, you know? Don't dress differently to how you think you want to dress, because that's going the opposite direction, okay? But I'm Ryan JC. This is to do with self-development and how to bloom. Really, it really is that simple. It really is. All the information I could put in this video, you're going to attain yourself through this awakening of spiritual development, of self-development, of personal development, whatever name you want to put towards it. It's all the same thing. That information is for you. I'm just the guy getting you there. So I think that's going to be about do it with this video. I'm Ryan JC. This has been Your Potential. If you want to add me to Facebook or Google, I'll put the links below, or just go to my channel and I'll stick them in the art, my cover photo. And I'll speak to you guys pretty soon.